Good morning, listeners. Welcome back to A Woman After God's Own Heart. This is your host, Lady Rita. Now, today's podcast will be about friendship. So, most everyone has a best friend or friends that are like family. And just like relationships, it is important to know boundaries and have boundaries in a friendship. As a Christian, it is vital to know the importance of being equally yoked. And most everyone knows what that means. In relationships and friendships, you need to be on the same page, spiritually, emotionally, psychologically, and or socially. There are people who will come into your life and you will know right off the bat if they are toxic or if they would have a positive influence in your life. And as a Christian, it is important to recognize those traits. Now, for myself, I have a small circle of friends and I like to keep it that way. I can't be around any and everybody. I'm just not the type of person to just be around anyone. And I know that about myself. I get aggravated quick. And when you are on your journey of self-discovery, it is good to know these things so you can improve on them. Now, there are different levels of friendship. I have church friends. I have long distance friends. I have a couple of friends of mammon, aka friends that don't claim Christianity. I have a best friend, then I have friends that are family. Now, there are people that I know, and I've met them once or twice, and I haven't been able to form a friendship with them, but they have presented themselves friendly. Now, my main focus in this segment is what kind of friends should a Christian be in company with? Now, I don't use the term friend loosely. Even though I just listed different levels of friendship, I may have like 5 or 10 people that fits those categories. Now, I do have many long distance friends, some of which I wish I lived closer to because they're really good people and really cool friends. And my best friend just happens to be a church friend as well. And she is also a long distance friend because she doesn't live near me. And we have been friends for over 20 years. And when we first met, she and I hit it off without any effort. We share the same belief system, we equally yoked, grew up with the same spiritual teachings. And I didn't have any mammon friends, quote unquote, close friends, or for a while, growing up or as an adult. But the one person I consider my mammon best friend is also my work bestie. I haven't told her this, but I'm pretty sure she knows. She's super cool. So we have hung out a couple times outside of work, and she doesn't do or say anything that offends me. She doesn't try to put me in situations where I am uncomfortable. She respects my beliefs and who I am as a whole. She is low key, just as I am, like very low key, and we chill. So, and that's the kind of people I like to be around. We don't hang out much because I do love my bed, and I'm a mom, so I can't always get away. But when we do hang out, we have a blast. And at first, we were just coworkers, but we have developed a friendship that I can be proud of now. Now I have been around people that have tried to be friends with me, but my spirit and their spirit don't agree, and that happens sometimes. You meet people in life where your spirits just don't agree, your atmospheres don't mix, and that's okay. They were friendly enough, but the vibe and the connection wasn't there. And it's imperative for any person, not just Christians, to recognize red flags. As a spiritual person, you can't hang around any and everyone. And that goes for church folk too. I'm not going to sit here and lie and tell you I can hang around everyone that goes to church with me. It isn't always necessarily because they have a bad spirit, but sometimes you just don't vibe with people. And that's okay. God didn't command us to vibe with everyone. He said, love ye one another. And love can have many different sides. Be kind because you never know who you will need down the road. Don't burn bridges, but find a way to rebuild them. So to sum up, I'm not saying be friends of the world, because James chapter 4 says, if you are friends of the world, then you are an enemy to God. And what that means is, as a Christian, we can't do the things people of the world do. Examples like clubbing, smoking, gambling, riotous living, etc. You get the drift. But people that do those things and call themselves a Christian is lying to themselves, which is a sad state to be in. And it's okay to have a friend that's in the world, but you can't be friends of the world, if that makes sense. It's really important to not take scripture out of context, because there is a difference between being friends of the world and having friends in the world. Thank you for listening, and I hope this was a help to someone.